Hello, welcome to Change is Good. My name is Brian, and here we have another box of half dollars to go through. This has the 7306 stamp on it. The last box had the same stamp, and it had no silver and no NIFCs in it, just varieties and one proof. Will this box be the same? Let's open it up and find out. Let's see what we got on top here. A little more light here to look at these things. That's a brand new one there. Nothing silvery at first glance. Well, let's break into the rolls, and I'll be back as soon as I have a find. Okay, we're on roll number 3, and this box is definitely going to be different than the last box. Third coin from the right. $40% silver, 1965. That's what I want to see. We're on roll number 6, and we've got a variety. Let's go to the scope. Under the scope is a 1972 Philadelphia. Now, if you look at the bottom serifs and the S's in states, you'll see how rounded they are and wide. They're not supposed to be so wide and rounded. They're supposed to be sharp. If you turn the coin upside down, you can see some defined splitting right there. That's a dead giveaway for this variety. The other S will also have some splitting in it. You can see it right there. This is DDR number 1 on Variety Vista. If you're not sure about it, because sometimes the coins are worn, you can't see the splitting so obviously, you can look for little notches in the bottoms of all the letters in Of America. The bottom right corners all the way across. They're very faint, but they're there. All right, let's get back to the hunt. We're on roll number 16, and we got a variety. Let's go to the scope. Under the scope is a 1971 Denver. Look at the letter I and N. You'll see a big split on the upper right, splitting on both sides of the bottom, a notch here in the N. The lettering is extra thick. The date is also extra thick. The 1 is wider than it's supposed to be, so is the 9. The mint mark is placed pretty close to the neck. And over here in Trust, it's really obvious. Some heavy notching in the bottom of the R, some big splitting at the top of the U. S is extra thick. The T is also extra thick and much higher on the top than it's supposed to be, with a big notch right there. The T in Liberty is extra wide with obvious splitting on both sides, on both serifs. And of course the E has some heavy notching right here on the top and bottom, right through here. This is DDO number 15 on Variety Vista, one of my favorite varieties to find because the splitting is so exaggerated on this coin. Let's get back to the hunt. Well, we're on roll number 25, halfway through the box. We got a bright and shiny here. Check out that silver. I think it's a 40%er, but it looks like it's in good shape. Oh yeah, nice uncirculated 67. Nice. I'll definitely take it. Let's get back to the hunt. Okay, we're on roll number 27, and we got something cool. Check this out. Let's go to the scope. Under the scope is a 1983 Philadelphia. Now, why in the world do I have an 83P under the scope? I never scoped this coin. Well, there are two things you can look for on this date. The NOFG initials, and then there's the die clash. I noticed some issues with the coating on this coin around Kennedy's profile. As you can see, there's some layer missing right there. And now look under his chin. You'll see the rays from the reverse die right there. And in front of his mouth, you'll see feathers from the reverse die. And of course, more clashing above the nose and in front of his forehead. If you go to the back of his neck, you'll see even more feathers and a couple more rays here above the T in Trust. If you go to the reverse of the coin, you can see clashing right here below the eagle's foot, right above the leaves here on the branches. And it goes all the way across the rays and stars to the other side of the coin right over here. And it ends right here above the arrows. This is something I've been looking for a little while now. It's not super well known, but they are definitely out there. A recent example of this one sold for around $17 on eBay, but I think it was in better condition than this one. This one may not be worth as much, but finally have an example. Let's get back to the hunt. Okay, we're on roll number 36, and we have an NIFC, not intended for circulation. A 2012 Denver, mintage of 1.7 million. First NIFC of the box. Let's get back to it. We're on roll number 40. We've got a variety. Let's go to the scope. Under the scope is the reverse of a 1972 Denver. If you look at the lettering, you'll see it's a little thicker than normal. The bottom serifs with S's are more rounded than they usually are. Normally they're sharper than this. This one even has a split in it, you can see right there. And if you have this variety and you're not sure you have it, look at the E in America. Get up close. Look at the notches. Here you can see 1, 2, and 3 defined notches here in the bottom of the letter. You'll also see the notches across the rest of the lettering as well, all the way across the word America. This is DDR number 2 on Variety Vista. Of the 2 you can find, this is the more subtle one, a little more difficult to find, but like I said, if you look at those notches in the E, you'll know you'll have it. Let's get back to the box. We're on roll number 46. We're getting close to the end. We've got another NIFC. This time it's a 2013 Denver. Mintage of 4.6 million. Not bad. Let's get back to it. Well, those last 4 rolls were ice cold. I'll be back in a moment with a recap. I'm happy with that box. We've got some silver, 2 40%ers, a 1965, and an uncirculated 67. 3 varieties, a 71D, DDR number 15, 72 Philadelphia, DDR number 1, and a 72D, DDR number 2. 2 NIFCs, a 2012D and a 2013D, and of course, my favorite find of the hunt, this 1983 Philadelphia Die Clash. You can even see it below his chin and above his nose right there. Isn't that cool? Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next hunt.